most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
The bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So
What's up, everyone? What's up? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone had a good week. Hope everyone had a good week. All right, so we'll have some decent clips today. So hope you guys will like it. I had a comment recently. Someone asked me, "Oh, what kind of channel is this? You're just gonna watch clips? So we're watching you watching clips, And he said, like, are we watching you watching clips or watching videos? Yeah, essentially yes. This is essentially a reaction channel, and essentially it's like buddies. Friends, in my sense. Friends, just watching a video together and just giving our opinions on it. What do we think? What are our thoughts on what we're watching? So, it's really basic. That's why I don't really necessarily call myself a red pill channel or anything like that. It's just really a reaction channel. Just, I don't know about you. Kind of like, I guess the theme of tonight's where, I understand the meaning of being alone. I understand the meaning of being alone. Where, you know what? You have your nights, your days. You don't really have anyone to talk to or, anyone to chill with. So, as corny as it is, I hope that maybe, this channel is kind of like, in a way, a substitute friend. Where we watch things, we talk about it, we just share our opinions. We, understand each other, develop our, knowledge, develop ourselves on our journey together. So, share our moralities, understand moralities. So pretty much just going on our life journey together. So, yeah. But yes, I hope you guys, enjoy watching things with me. That's why comment sections, I read pretty much 90% of my comments. I may not reply to everything, but I read them. So we are just commenting, watching videos, and just reacting to it together. Giving our opinions, our thoughts. So I enjoy it. I enjoy when I have a bunch of people talking in the live chat. I enjoy it. Okay. So yeah. Let's get started. I have this interesting video. I sometimes like to watch these court cases, I guess, or paternity. I don't know how real and authentic some of these are, but I mean, again, like I said, when you see things online, nothing's truly original. It's happening somewhere. So yeah, let's check out this. I have like three videos tonight, so this is one of them. Again, I think one of the things that men suffer through is the court system. So I always think it's interesting to check it out and, react to it.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, Linda,
she hasn't been supporting the child like I feel like she should be doing.
What do you mean she hasn't been supporting the child? You talking about emotional support? You talking about financial support? What type of support are you talking about?
Financial support, actually being there, visiting. It's very rare that she comes around.
Okay. And what is it that you're asking me to do about that?
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she actually is in the child's life.
Okay, how old is the child?
2 years old.
2 years old?
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard to get up and see the child.
So because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. The child, I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a boy and not a girl?
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom. Because of the gender? So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
Whew. Okay, so now few things to talk about. This is happening a lot. This is happening a lot. At least I'm not saying like, oh, it's a epidemic or anything. It's like every woman. No, but I'm thinking it's happening more and more, where a lot of women are hating that they're having boys. A lot of women, again, I'm not saying that this is like a crazy number, no, but it shouldn't even happen at all. There shouldn't be any number, right, of women that said, I care what gender my child is. Or if the gender of my child, a boy, I don't want it. That's crazy. But that's what I'm saying. It's happening more and more. More and more women are not liking, yo, Skull, thank you for stopping by, bro. More and more women are not liking that they are having or knowing that they're having a son. That is insane. That is insane. Really insane. It's any parent that, I get it, right? Some parents, they want a certain gender over another. That's okay. That's understandable. But to say that I don't want it, I don't want my baby because it's a certain gender, now that is insane. That is insane. Like I said, it is understandable to, let's say, a father wanting a son. Understandable. But it doesn't mean that a father wanted a son, but he has a girl and he doesn't want that girl anymore. I would say that's insane. That's insane. Now, this is the thing where I say this, okay? Why, and I'm going to probably say this throughout tonight's live, why I don't have sympathy for women, okay? And I'm going to explain that probably later on. But I do have more sympathy for men. Because here's the thing. For men, we live in a world where we would think that women are more nurturing, loving, caring. Automatically, it's just how society has the narrative of society. So it will be so shocking to be with a woman that wouldn't love her child. It would be so shocking. So it's hard to pick certain women thinking that I would like, I'm gonna make sure that, I hope that I'm gonna vet that she loves children. It's crazy. Yo, bro. Thank you, Skull. You are crazy. Thank you for the support, bro. Nothing to add, just catching up. Thank you, bro.
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby.
Yeah, if he wanted the baby, he should take care of it then.
You made that up. Let's go ahead and move forward because, okay, how much money do you make?
$4,000 a month.
$4,000. $4,000. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entertainer.
What does that mean?
I'm an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay.
Seriously? Okay, first, I don't even know what to say. Well, okay. That's an exotic dancer? It's like, really? I mean, come on. Okay. Okay, now getting over that surprise. Here's where now I kind of lost sympathy for the man. I kind of lost some sympathy for the man because you got with an exotic dancer. Because here's the thing, in general, society, we perceive women as naturally nurturing, loving, caring, monogamous, shit like that. But we also have some exceptions. Going with a sex worker, an exotic dancer, is one of those exceptions. Did you think she would be a good partner? Is insane. She's already blatantly made a terrible choice, being a dancer. And you thought that was a good... you know what? It's a good idea for me to impregnate an exotic dancer and expect anything. He expected what? He expected morality from an exotic dancer? That's foolish. Absolutely foolish.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that exotic dancers cannot be in their children's lives? Oh no, you said you don't want to be in the child's life.
Yes.
You just want him to pay you child support and you want him to assume the full responsibility of taking care of the child too, because he wanted the child.
Well, I didn't want child support from him. He can just have...
But you don't want him to pay.
Yo, deep thinker. Thank you for stopping by, bro.
I mean, you don't want to pay him.
Correct.
No, that's not how this works. He is not going to be the one that takes care of the child 100% of the time, and then you just get to go dance or whatever it is that you do. I'm not exactly sure what you do at your overnight job. That's just not how it works. So let me tell you what we're going to do. You're going to start paying him child support a month. Now, in terms of visitation, if she doesn't want to visit with the child, there's nothing I can do to make her do that. However, she will start paying some sort of child support today, okay?
Okay.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a problem with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just making sure. So, at $4,000 a month, I have your net calculated at $3,266.81, which brings your child support amount to, you only have one child?
Correct.
Okay, $653.36. And you cover health insurance?
Yes.
How much is it?
$344 a month.
300, and that's for the child only. That doesn't include you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that amount is going to be added to that. So $653.36 plus the $344 that he pays in health insurance will be $997.36 a month.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That should be enough for you to cover.
That is a decent amount. Yes! I mean, like, yo, Sko said, she's a stripper. I'm like, seriously? Where is she stripping? I mean, in the ghetto? It's like, I mean, yes, I'm saying, like, seriously? I mean, come on, if you're going to get with a stripper, get with a top tier stripper. Like a baddie. Get with a baddie. This is the thing where I don't condone. I'm not supporting men get with strippers and sex workers, but I mean, come on. If you are going to do it, she better be a baddie. Like, she better be drop dead gorgeous. She better be a 9. I swear. 8, 9, even a 10. If you are going to do it, to get with
cover anything that you need to get for the child. And just so you know, this child is going to grow up, obviously. He's 2 years old now. He can come back later as, you know, his life changes.
To get with she's kind of like border 4 and 5 is audacious. It is insane. Seriously. Already you chose a immoral girl. You already chose an immoral woman. And to think that you chose an immoral woman, yet you chose a woman that's immoral, yet honestly, what about her is like, seriously, bro, men are down bad. She's like, seriously, I don't know what she's, seriously.
Starts going to school, he might want to put him in private school or, you know, anything like that, any type of extracurricular activities. He comes back in here, you've made more money, you already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen?
I would have to pay more.
Oh, okay, long as you understand that. All right, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay.
This is a thing where, like, I have sympathy for normal, smart men. I have a whole lot less sympathy for stupid men. Like I said, I would have been not, I still wouldn't be sympathetic, but I would be less harsh if she was a baddie. If she was like a 9, I get it. I get why you were so stupid and you impregnate her. But she's like a 4, at best a 5. Why? Were you down that bad? She said that he made more than her. Like, she makes $4K a month. So maybe he makes $5-6K a month. I mean, that's pretty decent. So really, it's like, seriously, you're stupid. And it's like, this is the thing. Men's kryptonite is beauty. Men's kryptonite is beauty. I'm sorry? How could that be your kryptonite? Literally, she's average at best. And you are still stupid? Wrap that shit up. Come on, have sex with her, fine. Impregnate her? You're an idiot.
I just wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the case of Bishop versus Sanchez. So the child had been living with dad this entire time. Mom didn't want the kid. Ultimately, she didn't want to pay any type of child support. Well, that's absolutely not how it works. Whomever the child lives with, that is considered the custodial parent, and they are entitled to receive child support. It does not matter if the non-custodial parent feels like they don't want to have anything to do with the child, they don't want to visit with the child. That still does not negate their child support obligation.
All right, what do you guys think? Men are down bad. I mean, like, I've seen, now, like I said, I'm not a big, I mean, again, strip clubs are my thing, but I'll be honest, I've been to strip clubs, especially when I was younger, and I've seen some really good-looking strippers. So, like I said, yes, beauty is men's kryptonite, but come on. Like, seriously? That woman, it's like, I've seen cashiers better looking than her. Literally, I've seen Walmart workers better looking than her. How can that be your kryptonite, bro? How can that shit be your kryptonite? That's why it's like hard to have sympathy for that shit. I mean, insane body, I get it. Insane body, but like, come on. I mean, like, good body, stripper. Okay, have sex with her. Don't impregnate her. So, I don't know. Alright, so the next clip, next video is going to be interesting. I didn't watch it fully, okay? So it's a 22-minute video. I only got the gist of it. So, you know, I don't fully know. And oh, I forgot, Supersonic, thank you for stopping by, bro. I'm not fully knowing the video yet, but it kind of is the theme of tonight's live. All right, so let's check this video out.
For so long, I wanted to talk about it many times, ever, so badly. And I just want to start this off by saying that this is not a video of me looking for propositions from men to be my boyfriend or something like that. I'm not looking for an online relationship. I want someone in my life physically. Out of all the love languages, my top love language is physical touch and quality time. So online relationships aren't going to work for me. But I just desire love so strongly, and I have for so long. I wanted to talk about it many times over video, but I haven't because I just don't know how to say it. But I know that everyone, or most people, feel the exact same way. Everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants a partner. And it's such a deep, it's such a passionate, deep, strong feeling inside of each of us, or at least specifically myself.
So, just as Jess, we'll continue. The video is basically saying that I wish I had a boyfriend. If you guys see my videos, you know this is something I've always said. Dating for women is easy. It is on easy mode. Easy mode. If it's so easy, why do we still have women still in the dating market? Why? And again, these aren't virgins. So they've been with men. They've been there. They've done that. So if dating is so easy for women, why are they still in the dating market? Because my two biggest, I guess, rule or thoughts is that, one, these women are attracted to, or they attract, terrible men. That is a red flag. A big red flag in my opinion. Because no matter how great of a woman you are, when you only want shitty men, I don't give a shit how great you are. You are obviously a red flag. Okay? 2, you are hard to deal with. Any good man you get with, you either have high expectation, he's not good enough for you, you're bored easily, whatever. So it's usually either one of those or a combination of both. That is why I don't have sympathy for women. Because when it's so easy, when dating is so easy for you, yet you have two big red flags that you make dating hard. Women make dating hard for them. They make it dating hard for them. Men in general have no choice that dating is hard for them. No choice. A lot of time, I'm saying not absolute, but most, okay? Dating is hard for men. Because here's the thing. She said she didn't want men to DM her and shit like that, right? She wants real world, whatever. Yeah, okay. But here's the thing. I guarantee you, a woman like this will get hundreds of DMs from men. Out of those hundreds, dozens of those men will gladly fly to her. Gladly. In a heartbeat. Let's say this. Flip side, if I was making a video about, oh, I wish I had a girlfriend, zero women would DM me. It's different. Because the playing field for men and women are drastically different. That is why I say I have more sympathy for men than I do women in the dating market. Because when one has to play on hard mode and the other play on easy mode and then makes it hard for themselves, I have no sympathy.
Yet it's so hard for me, at least, to express it in words, the feeling. It just feels like, I want to say emptiness, but that is wrong, because I used to always look for a man to fill the emptiness inside of me, and after many, many years of looking for men to fill that emptiness in me, I realized that the only one who could fill that emptiness was God. But the desire for a boyfriend or husband or whatnot is so strong inside of me. And I always try to not fight it, but kind of, because I know that the reason why I am not with someone right now is because it's not the right time, and God does have a plan for me, but it's just not yet. But I try to be patient, because it's just this knowing in me that I'm not ready yet. Everyone says that you can, everybody is different, but everyone says that you can still have a boyfriend or be in a successful relationship when you're at your worst or when you're depressed. Or
she's not ready, but she wants a boyfriend. This is a thing where, like I said, easy mode. I guarantee you, she's not lacking of options. Most women, 80 to 90% of women aren't lacking options, okay? It's not like no one is talking to them. It's like no one is DMing them. It's like no one is interested in them. Women are not lacking options. They just choose to not pick through their options. Here's the thing where, problem with women like this, okay, is that they have, and you can hear it. I was looking for men to fill in the hole, the whatever, for my own happiness, stuff like that. You can hear the trauma she's been through. You can understand. This is the thing where part of it where, again, like I said, the rules were attracting terrible men and being hard to deal with. Well, when you attract terrible men, you become harder to deal with because of trauma. She's been attracted to, she's been in relationships with shitty men that has now made her a shitty partner. She's like damaged, untrusting of men, I don't know, aggressive, whatever. Higher standards.
or things like that. But for my personal situation, I do feel like I need to overcome or get to a certain level in my mental health and in my personal journey before I can successfully be in a relationship. And that's only if I'm being honest with myself. It takes a lot of honesty with myself and surrender to really accept the reality that I need to overcome some stuff on my own first. I've been single for about 5 years now, somewhere between 4 or 5 years, and I was 25 or 26 when I broke up with my last boyfriend. And I made a promise to myself that
25, so let's say 25. So it's been 5 years of singlehood. So she's in her 30s. She is knocking on the wall. And now, this is the thing with women, right? This is the thing with women where I can never understand this. Time is so precious. Time is so precious. Especially for women. Yet they have predominantly, consistently waste time. I've said this in other videos where women cannot perceive, what is it? Time, like a timetable or like a timeline. They can't perceive a timeline. She's now in her 30s. So let's say worst case scenario. Okay? It takes you, I don't know, 2-3 years to find the man that's right for you, right, that you want. So now you're 33. Now you're in a relationship with him. Let's say, and these are like, I think, a little bit lowball and hopefully a good perspective. So you're in a relationship, you're 33 in a relationship with a man. Okay, now you're 33. Let's give you 2 years of a relationship. Okay, now you're 35. So 2 years relationship, let's say he proposed to her. Okay, proposed. Let's say about 6 months. Let's say about maybe. Let's now she's 35. Proposed. Let's give it about a year. She's 36. Now they're married. Okay, 36. Let's give it a little bit of a year. Let's give it another year. Another year. Just to say, you get the feel of marriage. So now you're 37. 37. So now you're 37. Now you get to start where, okay, I want to have some kids now. At 37. At 37. It's like you pretty much are there at the wall. At 37, now you want to start a family. This is the thing where you don't understand that you wasted so much time. Now, at 37, you have a kid. Let's say, boom. Now, you got all that time. You don't necessarily want kids back to back. So you're almost 40 to possibly have another kid. But that is, now you're at the wall. That is dangerous territory. So essentially, a man is going to have one kid with you. That's the thing where, and honestly, having one kid, I don't think is ever a good thing. Just one kid, it's not the best thing for the kid and, I don't know, for the family dynamic. So it's like, women just waste the time. And honestly, I was lowballing it. I was lowballing my timeline. And that's the problem with a lot of women, where they're not realizing my time clock. If you want a partner, if you want a family, be quick with it. Be smart. Be strategic with it.
I would not be in a relationship again for at least 1 year, because my boyfriend and I were together for 2 years and we were very serious. And I read online somewhere at one point that said something that you need at least half the time of your relationship before of being single after it ends, before you go into the next one. It's not some sort of arbitrary number like that, but it did make sense. And that was a big deal to me. I was like, okay, I'm going to take a whole year, because prior to that, whenever I was in between boyfriends, I only had 2, but I was constantly on dating apps, constantly. And that year mark passed, and I still felt like, even though I was still seeking like dating, casual dating on dating apps at that point, after that 1 year, I think I knew in the back of my mind that I needed to, no, I did know in the back of my mind that I still wasn't healed, because it wasn't just that I need to, you know what, I misspoke, but I don't want to refilm this whole video just to replace that part. It was so long ago I forgot, but I knew that wasn't making sense to me. When I broke up with my boyfriend, that 1 year mark was just something I read about how long it takes to move on or something like that. That was not what I was thinking. What I told myself is I wasn't allowed to be in another relationship until I healed myself, because I had a lot of issues. I had all the same depression during that time and previously, and it was in that relationship.
You know how women go about relationships is weird, in my opinion. It's like, I need time to heal. It's like, were you not over? This is a thing where it amazes me, right? Women are the ones to break up with men. Women are the ones to break up with men. Yet, to think that I need time to heal. Heal what? You left him. He didn't leave you. So, healing what? And to be honest, again, it's not because, this is the thing where it sounds like she said she was already dealing with depression. She was already mentally unstable already. This is the thing where it's not like you need time away from men to heal. No, it's that you just need to wake up. You need to just honestly just heal like that. Because this is the thing. Here's the thing where personal opinion, whether you take it or not. I was depressed for a long time, a very long time. I was very, just not in a good place. It took me some mental learning and journey, stuff like that, where I came to realize that, Dan, money. You need to either finish yourself or move on. Wake up. Stop it. This depression that you're in, it doesn't do nothing for you. It doesn't improve your life. It's not helping you in any way. Life is just that it, you know? If your life is bad, okay, it is what it is. Do whatever you can to improve whatever. If you have anything you have in control, okay? If you're depressed about anything that you actually can control, well, fix it. If you can control it, fix it. Anything in your life that you're depressed about, you have no control over. Let's say a girlfriend breaks up with you and don't want to be with you. You can't control another person. Fuck it. Fuck it. Ignore it. Who gives a shit? Wake up. Leave. Stop it. Wake up from it. That's been my motto for years now. If I'm depressed about something and I can control it, I'm gonna fucking solve it. I'm gonna change it. If I'm depressed about something and I cannot fix it, if I cannot change it, okay, I allow myself to be depressed a day, 2 days, maybe a week, but that's it. That is it. Wake up, move on. Who cares for shit? It's just life. That's been my motto for years now. Okay? Stop letting shit make your life shit. That's the thing. If you can change it, change it. If you can't, fuck it. It's plain and simple. That's how I go about it. Now, it's helped. That's a motto that's helped me. If it helps you, I hope it does. If you don't want to take it, it's up to you. But we are living in a world where we're being controlled by depression, by our mental, our brains, our emotions. Wake up. Be stronger.
That I had learned that no man was going to save me from my depression and my issues, because I was in this relatively good relationship with a really nice man. His name was Austin. He was amazing. Everybody in my family, he still talks to him occasionally. He's a great man, but we weren't compatible. He was extremely extroverted. I was extremely introverted. We didn't mesh in that way. We weren't right for each other, but he was a great person.
And she left him. He was a great person. You thought it was a good idea to be in a relationship, even though you guys had different personalities. But you left him. This is a thing where, to be honest, it's like, this is a problem with a lot of women, or just a lot of people, but maybe in cases of women, that you want perfection. It is great that he's extroverted. Dating someone that's opposite is honestly sometimes better, where they can hopefully get you out of your shell while you give them a different perspective, where he doesn't, let's say, hypothetically, he can take you out and have fun sometimes, while, you know what, you can tell him to enjoy staying inside, being a homebody more often with you. It's a balance, compromise. It's like, seriously, you said he's a good guy.
And I didn't really realize that a lot of our problem was that I was introverted and he was extroverted, and we have different desires in life. But that's aside from the point. The point was that I was with this man who loved me so much and made me so happy and was so wonderful, but I was still just as depressed as I'd always been. And that moment, I've talked about in other videos, was when I realized no man was going to be the answer for my internal pain, my internal suffering, my internal emptiness. So when that relationship ended, I made a promise to myself to not go into another relationship until I had overcome the issues I knew I needed to overcome. And year after year after year would go by. At this point now, it's been over 4 years where I am now, and I had not healed or overcome these things I wanted to heal or overcome. And I was still constantly, up until last year, last time I had dating app was, I've always had dating app. always just constantly finding a new guy, because I needed them to fill my emptiness inside of me, because I had very severe limerence, and I put all my happiness into the hands of someone else. I think now I did that. There's many psychological reasons why I did it, but I think one of them was that I was so unhappy that I couldn't control my own unhappiness, and I thought that because a man gave me a little bit of happiness, as humans are, relationships do bring us joy and happiness, and especially when you can't have them, you think that they're the source of your happiness and they're on a pedestal. And I realized that, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. It was kind of important, this realization that I had. But I realized that wow, I can't believe I'm blanking. I don't usually do this. I was using, sorry, I'm trying to like trigger this thought back. I think it was easier for me to obsess and love and yearn after a man, because then I could tell myself that the reason why I wasn't happy is because I didn't have him. It's like this, each man, whatever man it was at the time, it could just change. Like I'd usually like be obsessed with man for like a year or so, and then eventually move on to the next one when that didn't work.
Women are mentally unstable. You wonder why. Back in the day, how society was is the father's household straight into the husband's household. None of the in-between shit. Because this is the thing. In my opinion, feminism have destroyed women. Where how unstable women have become. Women are there's so many women on antidepressants. So many women that has been traumatized, have been mentally destroyed, thanks to going into so many different relationships with so many different men, that they have become completely ruined.
I would think that if I had him, I would be happy. And I think I used it as an excuse to put my own happiness in the hands of someone else. Because when I put my own happiness in my own hands, I wasn't able to be happy. And so I didn't know what to do. So at least if I put my happiness in someone else's hands, I don't know. It's kind of a whole other video, whole other topic. But
so it is impossible to be with you. You can't make yourself happy. When other people makes you happy, it's not good enough. You are impossible to be with. Controversial opinion? Most women are like this. Most modern day women are like this. The extreme, okay? Crippling codependence on boredom. Extreme codependence on I have to be happy. This is a thing where most men, they're not happy 24/7. They're just content. It's like, okay, you know what? I go to work, I come home, boom, whatever. Content. To be so codependent on happiness, to be so adverse to boredom, to be like Sonic said, to be so ruled by your emotions. That is the problem with modern day women.
I'm finally starting to, for the first time in my life, feeling like I'm becoming healed and overcoming my traumas and overcoming my depression and overcoming all the things I've needed to overcome in my life to become my true version of myself. And I think that there will be a man for me when that happens, when I complete this. Not that it's ever fully complete, but I'm feeling I'm at the end of it. I feel like in the next year or so I'm going to finally come out like a butterfly. Like I feel like I've been a cocoon for the past like 10 years or so. Just I don't know what I was doing in the cocoon, but regardless, I'm ready to come out of it, and it's me. I don't think it was me before. It was a character I was playing. It was the ego that we all take on as humans, especially in our earlier years. And I know I want a boyfriend so badly. I want to be loved so badly, but I'm also patient with God. But I also every day feel this sadness in me because I just want that love. But I know that a big part of it is you need to give it to yourself first, and I'm getting there. I am giving it to myself, but
You know, one of the things that I have no sympathy for. Why I have no sympathy for women? Only women can say, "Oh, God will give me a man," which they will probably get a man. Only when I'm done with this healing process, there will be a man out there for me. Because why how can they say that? How can women say that? Because, like I said, women have an abundance of options. Dating for women is on easy mode. The problem is women make it harder. Women make it harder. That doesn't mean that it is harder. Women literally, this is the thing where only women, when they're playing this easy mode game, would literally cut off their arm or arms to handicap this easy mode game of theirs. They will literally cut off their own arms to make it harder to play on easy mode. So that's the insanity of women. But why I also, like I said, I don't have no sympathy for women is that only women can say, "Oh, you know what? When I'm ready, I will get a man." Yeah, I agree. You will. Because you have options. You have so much options. It is easy to get a man. No man, well, no average man can say, "Oh, I'm ready for a woman. Tomorrow I'll get a woman." No.
to want a man to come into my life right now and be with me is not right, because I still am not fully loving myself, and I know I need to reach that first. I know, even though despite the fact that I started this video out very specifically talking about how I'm not looking for just a random guy, there's still going to be comments that are going to say something like, "Oh, just go out and you can just find a boyfriend," and somehow people make comments that are completely missing the point. I don't just want a boyfriend. I'm obviously a intellectual, deep thinker, and there's a certain type of person that I want in my life. I don't want just anyone. Of course, I'm a woman. I can go out and probably find a boyfriend within 24 hours. It doesn't...
Even though you are so mentally unstable, you still have high standards. This is a thing where, and glad she's recognized it, that yeah, she knows it's easy for her. Like I said, this is the thing with women, where not that they don't have options, it's that will they have options for the men they want. So she just said, "Oh, I want a boyfriend, but you know what? I'll wait until I'm finished this journey of mine." Okay, cool. Continue on your journey when you feel you're ready for a man. What happens to a lot of times with these types of women, when they destroy their time clock and wait and wait and wait, it only gets harder for them to find the men they want. That is why a lot of women stay single for longer, because it's not that they don't have options, it's that the options for the men they want get smaller and smaller. That's the problem. That's the insanity of women. The insanity of making the game, the easy mode game, harder on yourself.
I mean that they're somebody that I want to be with. I don't just want just a man. I want someone who is right for me. And that's hard to find, especially when you're someone who, you know how they say the phrase like it's lonely at the top? I'm obviously not at the top, but what they're saying in that is that, I said it something like this in another video, is that it's rarity is lonely. So to have some sort of rarity is a very lonely situation to be, because there's very few people who are like you. So if you're at the top and successful and everything, there's very few people who are like you. So it's lonely. And for myself, when you're aware of things, and, you know, I don't like to be all in the ego and calling myself spiritually awakened, because one cannot really be fully awakened, but you get what I'm saying. To find someone like that is it's not a simple task, but I put that job in the hands of God.
The absolute ego. The rarity. An average woman in her 30s, mentally unstable, mentally like unwell, calling herself rare. That's why she's having that. That's why she thinks that it's gonna be a hard time for her to find a man. Bro, Renegade, thank you for stopping by, bro. Yo, love it, love it. Thank you for stopping by. This is.
And this video isn't about me trying to find a man, because I know that it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. It's just about me being lonely. I just desire that connection so much, and so many people do, and that's what makes people turn to casual sex or to maintaining like dating and situationships that aren't good for them, because that need for that romantic companionship is so strong, and to choose to go without it is really painful. And for some people, you know, you might not find the right person for a long time, so you don't know how long it's going to be until you find that person. I don't know, and I don't even know if I will. I have to have faith in God that I will, and I really hope I do, but it's just so painful every day. And
you know, this is why I also say women that talk a lot about God are red flags. Because honestly, how women perceive religion, how women go about religion. Yo, thank you, bro. Thank you for subbing. How women go about religion is they use religion as a shield, as a lack of something to take away their accountability. Where I don't need to do nothing, God will do it for me. I don't need to actively look for a partner. God will drop him down on my lap. I don't need to be a good partner to a man. God will drop exactly the man I need. I don't know when, but God will do everything for me. God will do everything. I don't need to do shit. It's like so self-entitled, where you literally so lazy. You don't need to do shit to get a man. God will drop him down to you. Disgusting.
there's this guy that I've been having this like on and off, not even a relationship thing, situationship, who knows what it is, just for the past almost a year now. And I ended it with him about a month ago because I just couldn't keep doing it to myself. It's like he wasn't showing up in the way that I needed someone to show up for me. But I really liked him, and
you said you were single for 5 years, yet you entertained a situationship. God, women are so unbelievable. You said you weren't ready for a man because you wanted to be on your healing journey, but you will entertain a situationship. Women are ridiculous.
I couldn't really let him go because I wanted him. I really did like him, but we didn't have what I wanted. Like, he was so busy with work, I barely ever saw him. Even though we talked every day, I was, like I said, I need the physical part of a relationship, and he wasn't able to provide that for me. And he even said to me the same thing. He's like, I don't feel like I can give you like what you need. He's so preoccupied with work and working really, really long shifts and long like days in a row and having no time off and everything. And so it's just been this ongoing thing with this guy that isn't providing for me in the way that I need to be provided for. And he even said it, and he's like, I don't want to hurt you, and but we both still like each other, so what are you supposed to do? And we just kept going on and on about it, and no one's going to end it because it's, you still like the person, but the situation just isn't working out in the way you want it to work out. And I really wish it did, but I did end it because, not because I wanted to, it was really, really hard, but how much longer? It's been like over 6 months, and how much longer can you go on hoping a guy is going to change or a person's going to change? At a certain point, you have to stop waiting for them to change and just accept that the reality of the situation is the reality of the situation. I just kept thinking, oh, he'll get a different job or whatever scenario, and it didn't happen. But it doesn't matter. And so I've ended things.
And it's like, he's an adult. This is the thing where it's, honestly, with women, it's like they want perfection. You complain if men don't have jobs. You complain if men do have jobs. What the fuck do you want? What do you want? It's like you literally want trust fund babies. That, you know what, they work when you want, when they will work when you're bored of them, when you're tired of them. But when you want them, they better come to you on a dime. They better have enough money to go on dates with you, to lavish you, to spoil you. It's like, this is the thing where, to be honest with women, is that society have destroyed women's expectations because they make it so unrealistic. Makes women's standards, women's views of the world unrealistic. This man has to work. So when he has time for you, i.e. probably the weekend, he will see you. She's in her 30s. So obviously this man is also in his 30s. He's on his grind. He's working. He's an average man. He's not a six-figure, most likely. Most average women, they're not dating, not every one of them are dating six-figure men. So he's most likely an average, maybe blue-collar guy. He has to work. When he works, he's tired. So if he's tired, he's not going to always go out every fucking night. He's not going to come see you every night because he's tired. Probably sees you maybe a weekend, every weekend. But that's not enough for you. It's like, seriously, do you even know what it's like to date an adult? It's like, honestly.
With this guy over a month ago, and he still reaches out, but he's just trying to, like, probably just wants to sleep with me, and I have to resist the urge to reach out to, or to respond, or to engage in this conversation with this man, because I do want him, and I do want that physical connection, and not just sex, just all of it, but he still can't give it to me in the way that I want it because he's just so physically unavailable with his schedule, and I just feel sad about it all the time. And I've was hoping that, you know, like, you let something go and it'll come back to you, and I was kind of hoping that would happen with him as time goes on. But I'm also thinking maybe he was never right for me in the first place, you know. But instead of sitting around and thinking is he right or is he not right, or all these things. I just put that in God's hands, and I just have faith that whatever is supposed to happen for me is what is going to happen for me. And I do feel that the thing with when you have a really strong connection with God or the universe, a lot of times you know what you know things. You don't know, like, you're not a fortune teller and you don't know specific details, but you have knowings of why things are happening the way they're happening. And I know that I'm supposed to be alone and figure myself out, and I'm becoming this version of myself who is going to be right, and I'm going to finally meet that person and have that companionship that I want. But I still have a few more steps to go, and I hope that I'm not making a video like this a year from now and still being lonely and still desiring love and companionship. But if that is the case, then that is the case. And I don't even want to think about that, because you guys know I'm 30 and I don't want kids. Some people ask. I do not want kids. I have no desire to have children.
Okay. I guess that changes her timeline. Which is weird in my sense, right? Here's a woman that wants to be loved, wants to, have connection, although, yes, she's mentally unwell to, in my opinion, to be a mom, but it's like, I also, controversial opinion, I also think that women like this, that don't want kids, is one of the reasonings why they're unwell. We are instilling into women don't have family is honestly disgusting in my opinion. Because in my opinion, the most amazing thing for men and women is to become parents. That's, again, my opinion. Not everyone wants to be parents, and not everyone is meant to be or qualified to be, right? That's so that's fine. But in my opinion, like, how mentally the core of her mentality, where she's she has a hole in herself, right? In the sense that emptiness, longing for love and all this shit. Well, a family, children, a good husband, those are one of the big things to fill in that hole. Gives purpose. It gives purpose to a lot of women and men. A family, right? A family gives purpose to a lot of men and women. We are animals. We are animals. One of our biological factors is to reproduce. And I think the modern world, how it has destroyed that notion of you don't need to be, you shouldn't be a parent, you shouldn't have a family. I think it's diabolical, in my opinion. I think it's diabolical. Because honestly, that is one of the reasonings why we have so many women on antidepressants, so many women that's mentally unstable, so many women that just picks men, that just wants to use them for their body. It's not about I want to commit to a woman, I want to marry a woman, I want to create a family with that woman, I want to be with that woman for the rest of my life, create a family with her. No. Women like this is just going to be sexual objects to men. Because here's also my opinion, is that men shouldn't marry women that he's not going to have kids with. If you are going to marry a woman and not have kids with her, why don't you just be boyfriend and girlfriends with her? Because honestly, the risk of marriage is so high. It's not worth it unless you have kids. That's my opinion.
I have other things I want to do with my life, and it's not take care of children. As much as I would be a good mother, it's just not my life path. I just know it inside of me. And I'm not saying I'm running out of time, but people always say, like like my parents are divorced and they remarried, and they're found people amazing for them, and I'm so grateful for their divorce because they were really not good for each other, and they found people who are good for them. And both of those, my parents have been remarried for over 10 years now. And I get two other wonderful people in my life that I love so much, and I'm so grateful for that. And both my mom and my dad have said to me, on separate occasions, obviously, because they're divorced, but they have said to me, like, you don't need to be impatient with love and your partner. That time will come when that time comes. And they say, look at themselves. You know, they both found their person that actually works for them in their, I think it was in their 40s when they did. And I say, I understand where they're coming from. Like, it's never too late to find someone, but human life is not endless. It has an end date. And yes, maybe I'll find the love of my life when I'm 60, but that means I might only have a certain amount of years with them. Obviously, there's a chance people can die at any time. I don't even want to get into that because I can't deal with the thought of that concept at this moment. But
I do agree with what she's talking about. I hate people that belittles time. I'm a big proponent on time matters. Time matters. This is the thing. Don't tell your children, oh, when it happens, it happens. Oh, don't worry about it. You know, it will happen for you eventually. You're just, those words, you're just telling them to waste time. To not be proactive. That's the thing, where being proactive is better than just sitting there and waiting. I think this is why a lot of men are depressed and failing themselves. I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna be blunt. A lot of men are failing in life because they have a mentality like women. A lot of men are failing in life because they have a mentality like women. Oh, you know, I'm just going to sit here and let things happen. You are stupid. Be proactive. Now, I'm not saying, oh, go out there and hit on many women. No. I'm saying that, you know what? Fine. If you're shy, I get it. Focus on your money. Focus on your mentality. Focus on your mindset. Focus on other things. You know, build your finances. Find other happiness. Find other ways to make you happy. Find other directions for purpose. Do shit in your life. Stop just sitting there and waiting for everything. This is the thing. Waiting for everything to happen is stupid. Be proactive. I'm not saying like be like some crazy ass really like so proactive that's insane. No, but it's like put some energy into your life. And women like this, living your life on hopium is dangerous. It is dangerous.
I don't want to find the love of my life when I'm 40 or 50. I want to spend time with them now. I want to have those experiences with them now. And I understand also part of the reason why is that you change so much as a human that perhaps it's not meant to be that you find some person in your 20s or whatnot, or early 30s, that you're with forever, because who you are, especially in your early 20s, is not who you are in your early 20s, or it's not who you are when you're 30, unless you are really, really self-aware, or you choose to not change. And you don't want to be with a person who chooses to not change. That's not a person you would ever want to be with. No one should want to be with someone like that or aspire to be someone like that. Change is good. Change is human. Change is life. Changes the universe. Everything. The only consistent.
Yo, Wonder. Thank you for stopping by.
The only constant in life is change. And that the change that we experience in our early 20s to our 30s is a complete identity shift. If you're doing any sort of self-work, in society, and you don't really like get to know who your true inner self is. Plus you have the whole prefrontal cortex that hasn't fully developed until you're about mid-20s, so you're actually...
That's a lie. That's been proven to be a lie. Your brain has already, this is I wanted to, glad that she brought it up. That is a lie. Your frontal cortex, right, your frontal lobe is already developed. It's already developed well before your 20s, I believe. Again, I was watching this video and they were bringing up recent studies. Again, you should check it out, Google it, whatever, but it's just continues to gain information, but it's developed. And shit like that is like, this is a thing where that makes no sense. It means nothing. You know right from wrong when you were a kid. The nuance, maybe nuance, but seriously, you would know that when you're in your 20s already. So stop making excuses.
Actually, brain hasn't fully developed. I didn't know, I didn't understand them until I was older. And I'm like, that makes sense now. But your brain actually isn't capable, and it's not your fault. Your brain just isn't capable, and that is a whole part of the life experience. But regardless, we change so much. Maybe I'm going off on a whole tangent. The reason why, but I'm not going to say all variations of them. So I'm saying this because this guy is younger than me, and I can't believe I just said that on camera, but he's in his early 20s, and I am like, why are you being with someone in their early 20s? It doesn't even make sense. They're not even who they are. Yes, he's amazing. Yes, he's a really sweet, kind, gentle soul and very loving and has qualities and traits that you like, but he's also in his early 20s, and who he is now is not going to be who he is later, and perhaps you need to just let that go and accept that it's just not meant to be. And especially someone like myself who is so aware and analytical, as I said earlier, I need that. I feel like I need someone who has that life experience, kind of. Lucky for me, I like men on all age spectrums, so there's lots for me to choose from, but there really isn't, because God will only send me what is meant for me. And they say there's lots of men to choose from, but I don't really feel like there is. I don't really see them, that it's like everyone's taken, or they just don't they don't catch my eye, or whatever it is.
Okay, so why did I show this video? Because I want to show how neurotic women are. Yes, exactly. 100%. Your frontal cortex may not be fully developed at 20, but it's 99% done. It's really done. It's really done. I mean, really, you're not gonna change. You're not changing a whole lot. So that is BS, and that's BS. So people have excuses for bad behavior, for again, more shit to take away accountability. So why did I show this video? Because I wanted to show the neuroticness of women, modern day women. Like she said, oh, I have a lot of options, but you know what? I don't really have a lot of options. Yeah, because you eliminate options. Women literally make dating harder on themselves. They eliminate options. They eliminate options on men that, like she said already, she had a boyfriend that was good to her. She just didn't think he was right for her, so she left him. It's like, literally, this is why I have no sympathy for women. They make it harder on themselves. So now they can complain about it. So now they can, like, I don't know, say shit. Say, oh, how hard it is, how depressed I am, all this, that. You make life harder on yourself. You make life hard. If literally I had a girlfriend that was amazing to me, was good to me, I don't give a shit if she was my opposite. If she treated me good, if she loved me, it will be absolutely idiotic for me to break up with her because I was let's say I was a homebody and she was a you know, she likes to go out. It's like, seriously, grow up. Compromise. If she actually loves you, she will also compromise too. But no, because you know what? Women are self-destructive. Like I said, they make shit harder on themselves. You know, and this is also a thing where loneliness, women do not understand loneliness. They do not. Because they make shit harder on themselves. They actually put themselves into loneliness. Supposed loneliness. Men, life puts men into loneliness. Men are not having, like, in general, men are not putting themselves into loneliness. Life is putting it. The world is sticking men into loneliness. Because honestly, women don't care about men. Other men don't care about men. Life does not care about men. There's no support anywhere. There's no one cares about you. If you're a man, average man, life does not care. Nobody cares about you. Nobody will sympathize for you. Plain and simple. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Yo, decent amount of people on tonight's live. I love it. I love it. Thank you everyone for checking out tonight's live. I love it. Thank you. You guys are amazing. A lot of love for you guys to stopping by, checking out my live. Hope you guys liked tonight's live. I thought it was interesting. So, we'll have another video. I did not watch this video. I saved it so I could watch it because I don't know if it will be good or not. So again, we are watching it for the first time together live. So who knows if it will be good or not, if it will be boring or not. But just because of the title, I saved it so I could watch it. Okay, so just because of the title, right? Becoming a single mom of two kids. So that's why I saved it, just to see what she's going to talk about, see if it's interesting or not. So, excuse me if it's not, but who knows. So let's check it out.
Hi guys, it's Haley. Welcome back.
Okay, so let's end out on one video. Okay, we're gonna end out on this video. So hopefully you guys will like it. All right, so let's end out on this video.
Creator with the username Sam_doll. So let's get into it.
This is a piece of dating advice that's going to save you years of your life, okay? When people say you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince, and like you're in your early 20s and you're dating someone that's like kind of like a loser, and you're kind of going, well, this probably isn't my forever person, but I'm young and this is the frog I'm kissing before my prince. Let me tell you something. Do you think it's just a frog you're kissing to get to your prince? But what's actually happening is the frog said, you want to come over, I live in a swamp. And you're like, yeah, okay, kind of weird because I'm a human being and I live in a house. Like, who cares? I'll f around and chill in a swamp for a bit. But then become accustomed to the swamp. The neural pathways in your brain make you think, oh, this swamp isn't so bad. This swamp basically is a house. Meanwhile, the frog that you knew was a frog starts looking like a prince all of a sudden because you don't even know what a prince looks like anymore. Been hanging out with this frog so long, you're like, wait a sec. Is he even an amphibian? Now, you're accustomed to the frog. You're accustomed to the swamp. If a prince walked by and offered you a palace, you wouldn't even notice because you have no clue what your standards are anymore. Nice guys are coming your way. You're like, ribbit, ribbit. What I'm telling you here is you think that when you date someone like a bad guy, that you just get out of it and you're like, I'm reborn. Now I'm going to date only good guys. No, the longer you stay with someone that isn't good for you or like whatever, you do something to your brain and you can't, your standards are all f***ed up. And let me tell you something, all the people I know that are chronically single just keep dating the same guys over and over and over. It's not that they're unlovable and it's not that there's no men in the world and it's not whatever. It's that their standards for dating are swamp men, frogs. They spent too long in the trenches. They never got out and saw the world. I think it's harmless, but it's not, because over time you start to normalize these things and behaviors and relationship expectations. Then you have kids with a frog. Your kid is half frog, half woman or man, and the kid's all weird now.
100% correct. This is another thing where I've said this before. Women don't realize the trauma they are experiencing. Women don't realize that, you know what? Dating, going like your whole phase, you know, dating around, having like high body count. This is a thing where, to be honest, right? Men are not going up to women, asking, what's your body count? Men don't care. Men don't really care about your body count. Men don't, I mean, like, God forbid you have like 100, 1,000. That's just ridiculous. But in general, men don't care that you've been with 10 men, you've been with 20 men. Still a lot, but they don't really care. What men do care about, is how all those men have treated you and how it's affected your fucking brain. That's what men care about. Where you've been with, let's say this, you've been with hypothetically 100 men. 100 men, which is a lot. That's ridiculous, but still. You've been with 100 men. Out of those 100 men that you've been with, let's say 20 of them were shitty men. 20. Now that's kind of lowball out of 100. 20 of them were shitty men. Terrible breakups. Just abusive. It's like the gambits of toxicity. Well, now your brain is fucked up. You're untrustworthy. You're untrusting. You are aggressive. You're combative. You are jaded. Now, because you've been with so many, you've had so many shitty men, your standards are, I don't want to be with these men anymore. Now I need to be 6 figures. I need the man to be over 6 foot. I need him to be top % men. I need to be so close to perfect so I could get away from the men that were shitty to me. So now your standards are so unrealistic to just average men. So now, not even good guys can reach those standards. Because, again, most men are not perfect. Most men are not even close to it. So this is a thing where the trauma of women's own choices in life is such a big red flag. That's why body count is not body count. The words is just social media triggering. What its purpose is, your women's past, women's life experience. This is why I've constantly said why older women are red flags, because they're most likely have a lot of life experience. By balance of probability, older women have experienced more bad men than not. So they've been more affected by that shit. Yes! Exactly. Yo, Wonder said it's right. I've noticed a lot of women don't date with the end goal of finding a relationship or marriage, because that's not important anymore. They date for experiences. The danger of social media is that you're just the dopamine effect of new things. Boredom. I've said this countless times before. Boredom is a death sentence, okay, for women. If you are a man and you recognize a woman that you are with or whatever has any sign of boredom, pack up. Pack up. She's ready to leave you. She's ready to cheat on you. Pack up. Because boredom hits women, it's endgame. She will fucking cheat on you. She will leave you.
She's so funny. That was cute. Honestly, just as fabulous my second time watching it. I love the way she presented this because I think it makes it so much easier to see things clearly in your head when you sort of remove the human out of it and you use a frog, right? A little goofy, but I digress. So what is this bad advice that I see a lot of women give other women? You're young, date losers who treat you like garbage and don't meet your needs because you have plenty of time and you should just get it out of your system. You know, it's not always in those.
Or, you're young, don't settle down. You're young, live life. You can't live life with a partner? You can't live life with a good man? No, what do they mean by live life? What do they really mean by live life? Experience multiple men. Experience multiple men. It's not like they say live life and just be celibate. No. One of the things women, the underlining, right, meaning is to experience multiple men.
Those exact words. Sometimes it's hook up with random guys who don't care at all about you, or date a guy based on exceptionally poor criteria, the way he looks or how much money he makes, because you're young and it doesn't matter. You know, I could go on and here and give you like different versions of this, but you get the point. I have seen so many women give other women this advice, and it is criminal. She is so right in this video. It is criminal and it's common, and it's not just as harmless as you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince. It becomes an incredibly unfortunate cycle of dysfunction that many people have a hard time breaking out of. So the next time you go to take advice from chronically single people or people who are stuck in these dysfunctional cycles and keep repeating, perhaps think twice. A part of me is convinced that people give this advice to sabotage other people out of jealousy or have them make the same mistakes that they did.
A big thing, misery loves company. This is a thing where, in my honest opinion, men are different than women. Even if men are single, balance of probability, his advice will still be logical. Logical, okay? There's some logic to the advice. Men are not desperate, right? Desperate for other people to be just as miserable as them, in my opinion. Hell, men want to be not miserable. They want to be outside of that misery. Women love other people to suffer if they're suffering. Because it's part of, I guess, being ruled by your emotions.
I don't know, but what I do know is this is terrible advice to give to young women for the exact reason this lady in the video stated. You become accustomed and get very used to dating this type of person. For many, it becomes your normal and you fall into this pattern of just dating the same bad guy over and over and over with just a different face on him. You become addicted to the chaos and the
A controversial opinion I have, okay, or just maybe my own theory. Women don't date different types of men. They don't. They date different race of men. They may date different heights of men. They may date, I don't know, different finance of men. But what does those mean? What does it mean? Superficial. That's what their type is. Superficiality. Type, I mean inside. The type of man inside. His morality, okay? His sense of character, right? His sense of view of the world. Who he is inside. What a man look like means nothing. It's like women date a short toxic man. Women date a tall toxic man. Same type, I mean like different height, but same motherfucking personality. Women date I don't know, a 50K earning toxic man. Women date a six figure toxic man. different tax bracket, but still same type of man inside. So really, women don't date different types of men, okay? They just date the same type of man with different packaging.
Function and really struggle to end things or to break this pattern. You end up feeling stuck there, and many people do nothing about it. A lot of women end up forming trauma bonds with these not so great guys and date them for far too long, or end up wasting their young years on men who so clearly do not deserve it. Too many women are operating like it's harmless to date the bad guy and tell other young women to do the same, but I have seen this end so poorly too many times to believe that that is true. She said if a prince walked by and offered you a palace, you wouldn't even notice. Nice guys are coming your way and you're just like, ribbit, ribbit.
That is why nice guys finish last. Because women will waste their prime on shitty men. Waste their primes on shitty men. Now that after women have passed their prime, now more jaded, more, I don't know, used up, have maybe kids, just terrible personality, older looking. Now, that's when the nice guy gets them. That's what the nice guys get. Nice guy is like, now he's like, oh, this man is now, he's more loving. Maybe he's now 6 figures. Maybe he's like more, I don't know, whatever. He's at his prime, right? Like where he's the best version of himself, getting the worst version of her.
But yeah, you get so used to the bad ones that it changes what you're attracted to, and the great guys slowly fade off into the distance as you head towards your swamp full of guys sending you up texts at 11 p.m. and refusing to take you on an actual date. She also said all the people I know who are chronically single just keep dating the same guys over and over. Yep, and then they don't understand why things keep ending the same exact way. Because you're addicted to the chaos and dysfunction. You are
addicted. Exactly. Ruled by your emotions. Loving the dopamine effect of chaos. That's why, honestly, one of the biggest things for men is peace, and for women to contribute or bring peace into his life. Because men aren't addicted to chaos. Men are not ruled by their emotions. They don't want to be emotional. Because men know it, that when you're emotional, you're acting out. You're unruly. You're not logical. It's not a great state for men.
Interpreting this familiarity with compatibility when in reality it's just a spark that is going to burn your house down, or I guess swamp in this case. But my point is that it becomes very difficult to see that you're stuck in this pattern, in this loop, because it has become your new normal. And you might be asking yourself, where are all the great guys at? Well, they're invisible to you because you're only dating these frogs. You know, you can't control other people and what they do, but you can control if you choose to be with them or not. We seriously need to learn as
100% facts. I said this. It's like the only thing we can control is ourselves. We can't control other people. This is why I said I have no sympathy for women. Because, yes, he's a shitty man. So what? It is up to you to choose if you want to deal with that shitty man or not. And more often than not, women choose to deal with the shitty men. So why would I have any sympathy for you if the shitty man does shitty things to you? When, yeah, no fucking duh, this man is shitty. Who cares? Who cares if he was shitty? Who cares if he was toxic? Who cares if he was abusive? Who cares if he was a liar? Who cares if he was a cheater? You don't control him. What you can control is you not dealing with him. You not picking him. You picking better. Yet when you still pick shitty men, well, why would you deserve sympathy when you picked the abuser?
The collective, how to be better and how to choose better. We need to learn the skills required to be in a healthy relationship. We need to learn the differences between compatibility and chemistry and misinterpreting this familiarity of dysfunction and chaos as compatibility when it's not that at all. We need to learn and understand the important requirements, keyword important, that actually matter and what contributes to a long, healthy relationship and what we should be looking for when we're dating. We need to learn how to make sure we're holding ourselves to that as well. So all that to say, it's very sad and unfortunate to watch people get stuck in these cycles of dysfunction and not know how to remove themselves from it or actually date people who are good for them. And while we're here, I also have to say, if you are someone watching who is the frog, who's luring women into your dark, scary swamp.
So what? I wouldn't tell, why, this is a thing where, so what? I mean, here's the thing where we have laws, punishments for criminals. People still commit crime. So what? It is the definition of insanity, in my opinion, to tell people to change. To tell people not to do something when they will do it anyway. We have deterrents for people not to commit crimes. They're already there. You can get death penalty. You can get life imprisonment. But they still do it. So I'm not here to tell cheaters not to cheat. I'm here to tell people not to choose the cheater. It's not that hard. Control yourself, not other people. I don't give a shit what the frog or the bad men do. I don't. I don't give a shit what the pookies do. I don't give a shit what the players do. I don't. It's like that's who they are. What I do care about is women choosing the player. Why? Why do I even give a shit about that, right? Because when women choose the player, then they subsequently complain about the player by saying all men are shitty, all men are trash, all men are cheaters. That's why I wouldn't even care. I don't even care that women choose the players. I don't even care that women become baby mamas to the shitty men. I don't. But what I do care about is when women choose shitty men, then they put blanket statements that men are trash. I'd rather choose the bear. Men are violent. Men are cheaters. Men are liars. Men are two-faced. Men are da-da-da-da-da-da. No, not men. Not men. The man you wanted. The man you chose. Not men. The man you wanted. That's the thing. I am such a hater of people shitting on men when they only choose shitty men. That's my thing. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? They can date all the toxic guys they want. Just stop. Exactly, Wonder. They can date all the toxic guys they want. Just stop blaming all men. 100% right there. Fact. Stop blaming men for your shitty ass choices. That's it. That's, you know what? To be honest, my channel would be gone if that happened. And you know what? I would accept that. I would be fine with that shit. I would be fine with that. Because you know what? Why would I be fine with that? Because then the world wouldn't be shitting on men. The world wouldn't be shitting on men. But hey, that's not the reality I live in. That's not the reality I live in. You know, the reality I live in is when women date shitty men, so now they will shit on all men. That's the reality I live in. That's the reality we all live in. And when I say this, right, my channel, okay, is geared towards good men. I take offense to that. I take offense to women shitting on men, because I know, in my opinion, and what I'm gearing towards, my channel is for good men, morally sound men. I don't condone you shitting on all men. So that's my thing. All right, guys. Loving tonight's live. It was a lot of people there. A lot of people there for a minute. So that was cool. And 9 people still really cool. I love it. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys. Wonder, thank you. Isaiah, General Venom, Philip. Let's see. Renegade was here. The Freak, Supersonic, Skull Nation. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. And Deep Thinker was here. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you guys for checking out my live. Thank you guys for listening to my rambos, my rants. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Right? We are friends. That's why I'm saying this right now. We are friends. So we're hanging out tonight. You check out my lives. Be sure this, right? When I have lives, that is, I'm hanging out with my friends. My lives are me hanging out with my friends. I view my subscribers, my consistent, live chatters as friends. We are just hanging out, shooting shit together, reacting to videos, and just giving our opinions, our thoughts, right? That's why I consider you guys my friends. Thank you guys for stopping by. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Yo, thank you, Skull. Love ya. So, hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. See you guys in the next live. Later, guys.